Lee Corso's double downs on what he said to Primetime Sanders. Lee Corso basically doubles down on the situation by everybody who asked him why he made those comments towards Prime. Why did he come at Colorado Buffaloes the way he did? But he said it was a situation how he felt towards Deion Sanders. I guess the way his tactics were with the team, the way Deion was not being a father and he's the stepfather. In other words, Lee Corso basically responded by doubling down and not admitting he's wrong, not explaining thoroughly why was he even mad at Sanders in the first place besides the rhetoric he went on last week. Lee Corso is a stubborn old fool. Let's just get that out the way. He works for watered down ESPN. And when you work for a company like that and they know you're a perfect puppeteer, court jester, they will back and support you, as you see with the firing of Sage Steele, Jalen Rose, all these great personalities, man. And to see David Pollock get fired, but they resumedly kept an old senile has-been who was never a great coach. I'm not going to take it away from him. He was clearly entertaining for College Game Day. But after the first 15 years, it was like, is this all he's going to do? Put the mask on and take it out? Then another 15 years, it's like, geez, this sketch is still going on. Like, the dude picks a team and surprises everybody by not really picking the team and put the mask, and we go, oh, whoa, and now we're supposed to be hyped. Like, give me a break, bro. He's a schmuck. And a slap in the face is by not even addressing the Deion Sanders situation after being questioned. Several journalists were asking Lee Corso, why has he not yet responded to those questions? And he has a cold shoulder he's giving people right now. And I feel like people have placed Lee Corso on this pedestal that he doesn't belong in. And he feels personally that he is that dude. He is that guy. And he doesn't have to address anything. I mean, he doesn't have to respond to anything he addresses. What Lee Corso says is what goes. That, at least in his mentality. He thinks this is still 1942. You know what I mean? These type of individuals got this old eccentric mindset where I guess if you look like Primetime Sanders and we tell you what to do, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get in line, fall in line like the rest of them. And that's the tactics that he was really wanting to say. We're not dumb here. You don't like how Deion Sanders went against the grain. You don't like the savviness of Primetime, who, by the way, I just uploaded a video of him admitting why. Admitting what was the real truth regarding the transfer portal, because a lot of people act like he made those players leave the team and all that. That's to contrary beliefs. That's not the case at all. He gave them an ultimatum of working hard or there's your exit right there. That's fair. Back then, dudes would lose their scholarships for another dude coming in. And yeah, players would try to sue, but fail because of NCAA provisions that allow schools every day to get rid of a scholarship from a player for another player. But now you can enter the free agent, a.k.a. transfer portal. Those dudes are doing fine. It's just that they're not strong at that level of having work ethics, having a good heart, or being a dog or a leader. It's kind of a damn shame that Lee Corso is being adamant on not responding. He's being adamant to stay in his place in a situation like that. Did you see 2 days ago, well, yesterday, College Game Day? It was cringe as hell to see Charles. I say Charles, but to see Desmond Howard up there laughing and chuckling like the joke is really that funny. Desmond don't want to lose his job. Desmond is doing anything at this point to make sure he doesn't lose his job. You know what I mean? Desmond would say anything. He would do anything just to be hysterical to that point. See, Pat McAfee is keeping their program alive, even how he swooped in when he seen Lee Corso going old school, Dixie crad on the folks, and he swooped in and saved the day and said, I know exactly what you're saying, Coach. When nobody knew what Coach was saying, we knew what he was alluding to. And he's alluding to what most of these smucks are alluding to when it comes to Coach Prime. I'm in my second garage here. You feel me? This is the studio sometimes that I'm in, if y'all want to know where the magic or whatever happens. But damn, man, it's amazing that a guy could be allowed to say these statements on TV, and we're paying for subscriptions of ESPN or whatnot. Shouldn't we count as well? Isn't the customer always right when it regards any type of form of business brand? At least that's what they teach you in Business 101, but ESPN, the watered down company, has failed. They allow guys like Lee Corso to mimic actual real pundits because he is not that. So his word gets to echo through all the, nations who even love sports or whatever. And it's almost not fair because that's the first headline you're going to get, watered down ESPN. And to people who don't know the sport of football, they might think that narrative is true about Deion Sanders. So that's why Deion has to acquiesce to himself, meaning he has to be true to who he really is by responding to all the naysayers. It's not that he's not humble. Deion is a humbled man. You don't see him hobbling up there on the field. Life has hit him hard, man. We knew about his toe situation. I remember when he left, I forgot, not just Dallas, but when he signed up late after retiring, he came back to the NFL to play for the Redskins and Baltimore Ravens. You can see him hobbling. They've been warned him if he continued on, he would have to do surgery in the future. So Deion Sanders is the ultimate man, an ultimate player who has given the sacrifice of his toes just for, you feel me, this love of the game, a love of the game that you can't pay for. That's why you got guys like, Lee Corso and all these other pundits, Tom Luganbill, watered down brand companies such as ESPN. They get to mimic as an actual sports company when they're not that at all. They're just talking heads, no better than the comment sections. And if you ask me, I've seen more credible people in the comment sections than I've seen these ESPN pundits. I'm just being honest with you. So for Coach Prime to respond and call Lee Corso an old fool by Lee Corso staying quiet, you can tell it's not that he's just afraid, because I believe he's afraid, but it's also he's waiting on the downfall of Deion Sanders. Mark my words. They're waiting for any scandal to happen over there at Boulder. They're waiting for any laws, any unethical, just anything they could find on Deion. Oh man, they're gonna pounce on him. And ESPN is gonna be the first fake journalism syndicated platform that's gonna be right there at the front of it to destroy this man's reputation or anything else like that comes with those student athletes. They will destroy them, mark my word. That man is waiting for that glorious moment. He has yet to respond because Lee Corso is a coward. It's true at the end of the day. I don't mean to say it like that. My apologies to anybody who think, man, but that's an old dude. He's a senile one, but he is an elder. Not my elder, but he is of age. So I don't mean to say it like that, but it is coward-like behavior to call a man's character into question and you don't even stand there to, speak to the masses and clarify what you mean. Or even if you need to double down publicly. But this hiding and playing it off like you didn't say anything wrong, and it's kind of funny. And then it's weird how senile Lee Corso acts, but when it came to Deion, he wasn't so senile like he was throughout the last 6 years. You know what I mean? It's like they all become rejuvenated when it comes to hating Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Look, I'm DJ Bless One, man. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. Like we told you, we're not coming anymore. Oh, we coming? Nah, we here.